Welcome to the second race on the card. Now we're talking about the start of the bipot. A reminder about our social media, the information updated there for you. At Weighted to Win on Twitter, WhatsApp, Full Racing TV. It's all there for you. YouTube, go and enjoy. Well, it's bipots, and in this particular event, we've got this horse Red Bomber, who's a relatively, well, it's priced up 2-1 favourite, and the second choice in the betting is that horse from Sean Terry's stable, Ruby, who's trading at 5-2 in as far as that market is concerned. So those are the top two. Let's get some money out of bipots, Mr. Marie. What we're doing with this opening leg?
Banker number 3, Red Bomber.
Okay.
Impressive debut. He was fancied to run a big race, Clyde. There was money for him. Beat a very nice horse in MK's Dreams. Straight into the Grade 1 gold medallion. Beaten 10 lengths. Lucky lad, won by 5.5 lengths. Taken that race well. Back 3.5 weeks later. I think his form is much stronger than Hotter Ruby's. But what's in Hotter Ruby's favour is he gets 5.5 kilograms. So for me, 3 from 5, Clyde.
Okay, but I'm happy to hear about a banker because we need that. The more bankers, the better, because we get some of the money. Mr. Burrows bankering Red Bomber, or what's your plan?
He's my outright first choice, Clyde, because after that impressive debut, I actually thought he would run into the first 3 in the gold medallion. But I think you can put a line through that run. He's much better than that. He will improve over the 1450. Hard to beat. I've got respect for Tony Peters' runner, Kaya Mai, Prince of Green, and Hotter Ruby.
Okay, let's take a look. Daryl Marie going banker 3 by banker 4 by 2479 by 249, banker 6. So there are quite a few bankers in that bipot in the Marie camp. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's the cost and all of the rest of it that goes with it in terms of what you want to do with regards to the bipot. You've heard Darren Burrows' opinion as well in the race. Welcome back, guys. We're on to our third race here at Turffontein on the inside track. Talk about the Tab Telebet 0861 000 822 maiden plate. It's run over 1,200 metres, and in a race like this, just to get an idea from a betting perspective, the odds on favourite rather short, but they're making it an absolute one-horse race. This horse Barbaresco. I'm going to start with Mr. Burrows in the Cape and just talk to him about Barbaresco. I take it a natural banker.
Definitely. But he's not part of the pick 6, but he's run against winners in both his starts. He was beaten by a smart sort in both his starts. That's second to Sandringham Summit. I think Sandringham Summit is a top horse in the making. So in this type of company, a banker.
Okay, Mr. Murray?
Yeah, Clyde, very hard to beat. I've been impressed with both his starts to date. On debut, beats a horse called Fire and Flames. Number 6 has been beaten by Fire and Flames. So read into that what you want to. But I do believe both will be looking for further in time to come. I'm expecting them to run in this order, 4 from 6.
But the betting correct?
Yes.
It's correct.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go with the selections. We'll have a look at what we're doing now. We're going banker 4 by 2479, by 249, by banker 6. This is the PA, by the way. By 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Second last leg, banker the 11. And the last leg of the place accumulated from the Daryl Marie corner. He's going 1, 2, and 3. So if you're not able to go to the July in Durban, the Hollywood Beach Durban July, we have a function or a venue room, so to speak, or a few venues at Turffontein. It's the book for July Day in Josie. You can go watch it there and make a meal of it, so to speak. Enjoy it. There's also in the race is scratched, just by the way. Number 6, La Beach, is not running, Darren. It's been taken out, pick 6s. And just to get an idea from you in terms of what we're going to do, because market's got it 5-2 the field with a horse like Romeo's Magic, who's top of the boards, but seems to be rather open.
Yes, Clyde. I thought it would be 5-1 the field because I put the whole field and the scratching in the pick 6. Now, Romeo's Magic, that was a good last effort behind Over to You. If he reproduces that kind of run in this company, he could be the horse to beat. I've got respect for Wonderworld. I think he's going to be a late maturing type of horse that will only improve with racing. So 2 and 4, but the field in the pick 6.
Okay, so we're leaning on those with those two, but caution is necessary, when they open like that. So they're not taking chances. Field, you?
Yeah, firstly, I just want to state, Clyde, Romeo's Magic and Follow My Path. I've seen them move
To
quite
the
short
gate.
in the past.
Okay.
If you like them, wait until the canter pass before making up your mind. I mean, Romeo's Magic, of course, in distance, specialist, total surrenders, one from there, nothing else matters, was far from disgraced. Then you got Wonderworld, like Darren says. This horse is going to improve with time. He's certainly got a nice, solid physique, or he's built powerfully, and I think he's taken some time to fill out his frame. Follow My Path, trying the 2000 again. He's finished close up in the past, but let's just see how he moves, Clyde.
All right.
Let's just see how he moves.
Okay, well,
I've rounded out off with 4 runners, 2, 4, 7, and 9.
2, 4, 7, 9. Who's the 9? Nkosana, eh?
Yeah,
You're putting that in as well.
it's got no weight to shoulder, Clyde.
I see River Romeo came from behind there and won from the Genesee form line as well. So there's quite a few. The form lines of Romeo's Magic and Wonderworld have actually both worked out, just by the way. All right, here's a look at what we're doing, guys. We're going like this. Darren Burrows pick 6. And the fields in the first leg by 2 and 3, by 3 and 4, by 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, by banker 1. And field at the back. What is Darren Burrows bankering in his pick 6? He'll be shouting home, Running Rifles, later Thursday. So, for racing, would like to thank St. John Gray, the Grey Way Racing. Thank you, St. John. Great to hear that St. John's getting back on his feet again. And that's fantastic news. 1,800 meters. And just for those of you who are not sure, if you want to follow this, we're on Twitter as well, at Weighted to Win, YouTube, WhatsApp number. Don't forget the WhatsApp number. Send your name and email address to the WhatsApp number, and the guys will add you on. Well, we're looking forward to going to Durban by the sea, because there's lots of news, I'm told, that's coming out of there. So here's a reminder.
The Weighted to Win winning duo are taking you to the beautiful shores of Durban. We bring you the most riveting July previews with a panel of racing experts like no other. The incomparable Anton Marcus, 5-time winning jockey of the Durban July, champion trainer Michael de Klerk, and so many more. Join us this Friday for your last word on the hottest race this year. Brought to you by Betway.
So, it's all about climate control, where there hasn't been great around the country in various provinces. But maybe that's the omen here. What's the story in this race?
Big runner. Clyde, always close up, never disgraces himself. And rating coming down steadily. He's now for an 82. Have to take him seriously off that mark. Future Wolf, Polytrack last time out. If you're willing to put a line through that, then he must be a runner, because in his penultimate start, the 2000 on the soft track was too testing for him and he was overdoing it. Gavin has won on him in the past, and I think if he settles him, he'll be right at the finish. And then Little Prince I find very interesting. This horse certainly enjoys the inside track, Clyde. And Samanga rode him last time out, and I'm very interested to see why the blinkers have been removed. Maybe Samanga said to Fabian, you know what, this horse, take the blinkers off and we could see a better performance. So I've just gone 2, 4, and 9. I think the race stops there.
Yeah,
Form update for Latuli. Ran third behind William Iron Arm.
Yes.
If this race hasn't come too soon for him, and if he lines up over here, trifecta, quartet inclusion.
Got to go into the play, because he got quite close there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, if Romeo comes and wins, or has won already by now, it does certainly give that horse Little Prince a serious claim, doesn't it?
Because, you and your form lines, Clyde. How the last couple of months been treating you with your form lines?
Nah. I don't know. When you're out of form, you're out of form. It's just one of those things. Mr. Burrows is not out of form, that I can tell you. Mr. Burrows, what's going on?
Clyde, I like climate control quite a lot. He's taken on a lot stronger in his last couple of starts. Last time out, the mile was slightly too sharp for him. He'll improve over the 1800, and he'll probably tuck in from a deep draw. Hopefully, there's a decent pace on that he can run onto. I went 2 and 3 in the pick six. Leave the scratching in because we want to get the tote favorite as well as climate control. If climate control's tote favorite, we double up.
Thanks for that, Darren. Don't forget to remind our viewers, we do this on the Wednesday morning quite early, so you just remember there could be more changes in addition to the scratching. Ignatius number 3, and Darren's advised leave it in. So that's his recommended jackpot. That's on the screen. Don't forget to get on. The race will run at 25 to 2. Welcome back. Let's get on to our next race on the card now and talk about what we're going to do in terms of jackpots, because that's important with regards to the second jackpots, because Stratospheric is top of the boards at 17 to 10. Does look like the right horse in the race, one would have thought, but I'll get Darryl's opinion on what he thinks we need to do in a race like this. It's a handicap. It's at the 94 level. It's over the 1450 metres. Just so if you don't know, the one's out. It's not running. That's been scratched, Darryl, and not sure how deep you want to go here.
Yeah, I think that will make his life a little bit easier because Fast Love could have challenged him for the lead in the early stages. In saying that, Clyde, I thought his later start was very disappointing. I mean, going through the 400, he was already spent force. Strictly on paper, Destiny of Souls met him in his later starts. He's 4 kilograms better off, and he had excuses. So I don't think there's much separating them on form. But you know what, Stratospheric on a fast run track, on the inside track, could get away. I just thought I found some value if using Destiny of Souls as a line horse, because Baisuway on the 16th, it's quite a while back, of January, he beat Destiny of Souls and he's 8 kilograms better off and a beating. And he's come down in the ratings. He loves the inside track, had excuses recently. I think he provides the value in the race. I'm not saying it's overs by bankering him in my jackpot, but I think we'll get a run for our money.
Yeah, and he's come down in the rating, hasn't he?
Nicely, yeah.
Of late, so. And Baron Bottas is in good form at the moment.
Muzi.
Also riding well, yeah. Mr. Burrows, which one are you on?
Clyde, I like numbers 3 and 4. Now let's touch on Now I Got You. This horse has a 2-year-old placed in the gold medallion. He hasn't quite delivered that sort of form again. But last time out was an impressive second behind Perfect Witness. He was running on strongly, and I can see him progressing further. Now, Stratospheric, he'll go to the head of affairs. I think the drop back in trip's going to suit him down to the ground, and he'll be one of the leading lights. So 3 and 4, and healthy respect for Baisuway.
Okay, so you've also put Baisuway in, but 3 and 4 your first two. Darryl's got a jackpot. He's bankering this horse, Baisuway. By the way, it's trading around on Wednesday morning when we did the show, about 10 to 1. So lots of risk and all that sort of stuff with bankering a horse like that at that price. But I guess that's how the shrewdies get the money. Banker 6 by 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, by 1, 5, 11, by 1, 2, 3. For Racing TV handicap it is, and it's run over 1450 metres. We get straight into the action now with regards to what the betting looks like, and Mabaneng is top of the boards, trading at around 22 to 10. In this race, note, because we're doing on a Wednesday morning, 8 is scratched, so hoping Mabaneng will end up as tight favourite, I'd imagine, Mr. Murray.
Yes, I put the 8 in my permutations, Clyde, and I'm sure Mabaneng will be tight favourite, so we've got the potential of doubling up. Form update for number 7, Batik. Ran 7th, beaten 6 and a quarter lengths by William Iron Arm. Number 1, Rattlebag, ran 8th, beaten 7 lengths. Clyde Mabaneng obviously beat Gregor McGregor. He came out and won again. That was in open company. She's back in open company. Not much separates in herself, and Spring will come on form. And not much separates in Spring will come and Back to Basics on form. And Back to Basics is now ridden by Phyllis Sunday and Toli. So 4, 5, 6 and 7 if you want to go wider.
Okay. 4, 5, 6 and 7 if you want to go wider. Darren, your side?
Clyde, I like a bit of Mabaneng. Last time out she was backed heavily race time. She got up to beat Gregor McGregor in a tight finish. He came out to win again. I think this track and trip's going to suit her down to the ground. I've got respect for Back to Basics and Spring Will Come. They finished a length and a half apart on the 9th of May. And then Green Scepter, I can see running into the money too.
So even a horse like Green Scepter being given a chance by Darren. Don't leave it out to play. What does that mean? Well, Darren's suggesting that what we do is we take the exacta, we float the 6 Maboneng, and we include all of 3, 4, 5, 8 and 10. Just a reminder that 8 is out, so you can make an amendment accordingly. The 7th race should run around 2:45. So the 8th race on the card, this is where Darren Burrows banked this horse Running Rifles for Tony Peters. Only had the one run for Tony. The form line has worked out tremendously well. Gavin Larina's now going to be riding it. All of Spin Doctor, Duke of Sussex, Homer the Brave, all came directly from that form line and have won. So it's a very strong form line. Looks hard to beat, Mr. Burrows, and I guess many will be in your corner.
Yes, Clyde. Strictly on that form line and the company he took on last time out. That was a strong handicap, and he got up to win. He was probably in need of that run and hadn't quite acclimatized yet, so there was a lot of merit into that win. He would have come on in the past month as well. So I think he'll probably sit off the pace. So Yaverman, he pulls very hard. The 1450 might be too far. So I think he'll be staying on strongly the final 300. And I think he'll just about win. I saw value in his price.
Okay. Just a reminder, if you don't know, the 7 is out. It's been scratched. So it leaves you the field of 10 runners. Silent War not going to be running. How do you see it? Do you see Yaverman going and then Running Rifles chasing?
Yeah, he's one-dimensional. I mean, he likes to get on with it. Don't know how quick he's going to go, because if he over races, he could get away with him on the inside track, Clyde. He has won over 1400 in the past. So, yeah, but I think at times he's his own worst enemy. Clyde, I certainly don't think the stable companions are going to be rushing up there because the pace is going to be on, and he does have 61 to shoulder, so he's going to be given a chance, in my opinion. And it's never easy giving weight and start, but you have to be encouraged with the form line of his later start, and also the fact that Tony's had time to learn more about him. The way I read the race being run, I think Mescal from a 2 draw could slot him behind, so Yaverman, and with 55 kilograms to shoulder, I thought he's the value in the race. You know, if you watch his latest 2 starts, Clyde, he met interference on both occasions, and he could have finished slightly closer. So, been off for all 49 days. If he's fit in well, I think there is some each-way value about him.
Okay. All right, so you've heard it from our gents. That's what we're going to do now, because you now know exactly what you've heard. Starting with Darren Burrows, he's going with I beg your pardon, Daryl Marie. He says Mescal because there's a bit of value in there. So that's the recommended each way play in this race. And well, Darren, we know, is already quite keen on the one Running Rifles, and he has some confirmation just in terms of using the convenient way of betting by scanning and moving forward. So the next time we're at Turffontein will be on the Sunday meeting post the Hollywood Bets Durban July. The Turffontein Sunday race meeting's on the 2nd. This is a handicap. It's run at the 68 level, so it is an E division handicap, really, over 1,000 meters, and I guess you know, as many as you want to go. Really, Daryl, it's one of those races a number of horses can win, and unless, of course, like you normally do, you find the way of narrowing these difficult races down.
Yeah, not an easy race, Clyde. Insatiable's very fit, 1 draw, a lot of pace, unlucky in her later start. She does take on the boys of here, but she has won on this inside track before, and she's capable. I think the 2.5 kilograms off her back is certainly a positive. Kawalami last time out, I mean, he spoiled the party when he held on beating Empress Game, but she didn't frank that form in her next start. But have a look at his form prior to that. I mean, Fire and Flames, American Graffiti, Lucky Lad. I like the fact that the pace is going to be on and he'll have something to aim at. And making his handicap debut, you could go back to back. And then Brosnan, 1 for the New Yard, lightly raced, gutsy in his latest victory, and King Rahul franked that form. So I'm stopping with those three, Clyde, 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. Is it easy as 1, 2, 3 is the question. Darren, what do you make of it?
Clyde, I thought the floating banker in the race had to be insatiable. I liked her last run. She went flat out. She looked a winner. From a 1 draw and the 2.5 kilos off her back, she could go start to finish. Dangers, Kyalami, clean living and looking hot.
Okay. Just before you go, Darren, I want to just quickly ask you, what do you think is going to win the Hollywood Bets Durban July?
For me, Clyde, I like See It Again. He's unbeaten beyond a mile. I think he's going to get better and better and better. And he's drawn okay. So for me, See It Again to win.
And we'll find out what Darren likes on our discussion as well. So, okay, that's the panel discussion it'll come to. There we go. That's the final bet. Thanks, everybody. Trust it's been a good one.